Hey everybody, welcome to the unboxing of the Logitech G27. Now first off, I'd like to apologise for a bit of microphone hissing. Unfortunately, the external microphone that I normally use for my camera has broken, so I've had to resort to the rubbish inbuilt one. So, sorry for the hiss. Anyway, back to the Logitech G27. This wheel has actually been out for quite a few years now. It's been out since, if I'm right, about 2009, so almost 5 years. But it's still really popular. In fact, the retailer I get this from regularly runs out of stocks. So, and it hasn't really changed throughout its life. It's still the same. The only thing that I've seen that's noticeably different is the box design. So if you see here, there's a neat little illustration of the wheel. That size off the wheel, that's the innards of the wheel. And then round the sides you just have a bit more boring legal stuff. There you have the wheel, the pedals, the gearbox, and etc. And then at the back, I can't be asked to turn it around, it's just another picture of the wheel, pedals and gearbox. So let's actually see what you get inside of this thing. So here, this is a power supply block for the for obviously the plug, because this thing does obviously require main power supply for the force feedback. Here we have the plug. Obviously for me, I have to use the UK one, but there is a US plug as well. We have a sort of user's manual, quick startup sort of thing. Oh, right, let's get the first thing out. Quite a lot of cardboard in here. Let's move the cardboard out of the way. First thing we'll get out then, gearbox, by the look of it. Wrapped in some plastic. Right, here we are. So here, I've done my research. This is a 6-speed shifter with push down and to the right, reverse. You see that? And then back into neutral there. It has a brushed aluminium, correct me if I'm wrong, cover there, with lots of buttons, including the D-pad and some functional buttons which you can program for your game to suit your needs. Just a normal clamp back there, so you just twist these little things here. Don't know if you're able to see that. You just twist that and it will clamp to your desk, pretty much any desk it will clamp to. Oh, these are heavy. Let's start and get them out of the plastic to show you. Right, these are the pedals, and I can tell you they don't look that heavy, being plastic and all that, but God, they are super heavy. At the back here you can see there's plenty of grip. There's rubber all four corners, and at the top of the thing, you might not be able to see that, there's some spikes where my finger is for the carpet. Here you have that's a clutch, brake and obviously accelerator, and it's good because each one has their own different amount of press needed. So brake, I can barely do it with my fingers. Clutch sort of in the middle, and accelerator pretty easy. All well and nice, and obviously rest your feet there. And obviously the most important thing, the steering wheel. Looking all nice and glossy here. Again, this is brushed aluminium here, very very shiny, with very nice metal shifters here. Makes a nice click. The motors obviously all in there, and again you get 6 functional buttons here which are fully programmable. The steering wheel actually has 2 motors inside it for obviously they call it dual feedback, and it gives a much nicer feel to shifting. So here I am on the floor with all the stuff laid out. Shifter, so you got the buttons. If you connect this to your PS3, as far as I know, I don't know about Xbox because you can't connect it to Xbox obviously, that would act as your X, square, triangle, circle configuration, and that obviously arrows. These 2 in the middle would act as start and select, and these do nothing as far as I know. Your 6-speed shifter, literally just a split 60 shifter. It's a bit difficult for me to do with one hand considering the others with the camera. And this, if you had the Logitech G25, would in fact be a sort of switch to go from sequential, which you can just use this, just go up and down for sequential gears. But such is the design of the G27 meant that it was quite impossible. Pedals, well, they're just pedals, but they're very nice looking pedals, aren't they? So obviously they're clutch, brake and accelerator with the springs behind. Those red things there are obviously the springs. And the steering wheel, we have a RPM shift indicator LEDs up here. These almost work like a Formula 1. They sort of go up and meet each other with a red light in the middle once you hit the red line. It is leather wrapped and perforated around here to give you a very comfortable, me just hold it here, I can feel that it's so comfortable. The paddle shifters here, very nice. Now I will just confess that I've already owned the G27 before, but I had to take it back as the steering wheel developed a really loud grinding noise, which sort of worried me a little bit, because if I carried on driving with that it probably would have broken completely. So I took it back, but there was none in stock, so I just got a full refund and used that refund money to buy this one. Bit of a palaver, but there you go. Now if you just wait a minute, I'm going to set it up in action, but such is the way with editing, you won't have to wait. Sorry if there's any shadows caused. It sits quite nicely on my quite basic desktop setup. As you can see, I'm a bit of a Logitech fanboy with the speakers, steering wheel, keyboard, there's a Logitech logo there, and mouse. It sits quite snug. I've had to move the keyboard forward a bit, because if I push it under to where it normally goes, you'll find that obviously like pressing the keys is obviously going to be a bit difficult. I don't intend to put away the steering wheel anytime soon, so given it took over half an hour to set up, and it was one of the most fiddliest things I've ever done. There are quite a lot of wires, but that is obviously to be expected, can't really help. I'd actually rather have wired than wireless, because you'll be forever changing batteries, because there's so many separate different devices. So if I just quickly go now and sit down on the computer chair, what should happen is that the wheel should calibrate itself when I turn the computer on. I'll just use my dainty foot. The wheel should wake up and calibrate itself once the computer does its post. There, the lights come on. There we go. And that's it. Oh, it's doing it again. Oh no, it stopped. There you can see the LEDs there. There it goes again. It's very quiet. The force feedback's turned itself on. Properly stiff. Very nice. So now of course I'll be using the Logitech G27 from now on to give you new city car driving videos. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know the quality is a little bit dodgy, but I've enjoyed this product. If you want to get it, it's available at Curry's PC World for about 220 quid right now, or if you get it from Logitech's official website, it will cost you £270. In dollars, I think it's about $300 at the moment. I'm not entirely sure, because obviously I don't live in America. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.